Coach, has your heart stopped racing since that game ended?
No, it's not. It was. I feel like I played in it. It's one of those games where I need to get in the ice bath and get some IVs. What an amazing college basketball game for both teams. A lot of wow moments, a lot of wow good, and a lot of wow not so good. But it was certainly an entertaining game. We feel very fortunate to beat an outstanding program like Providence. I'm proud of my guys because they showed great resilience and toughness in times of adversity and pressure, and they didn't wilt. And that was really good, and I'm proud of my team.
What can you say about the contributions from Henry, Hanif, and JJ, especially in that second overtime where all of them had logged more than 40 minutes, and they were the ones, carrying the load?
Yeah, those three guys really care. And I would add a fourth person to that, and Tracy. Those four kids in the overtimes were terrific, either initiating offense, creating offense for us. I mean, obviously Henry played like a man, especially with Luke in foul trouble and out of the game for basically half the game. Henry had to hold the fort down, and he did it pretty darn well. And with 26 and 16, one of the guys in the locker room that I made mention about was Juwan Johnson. To see his improvement and maturity. I think back to where he was 12 months ago and where he is today. He's a totally different player. He's become a guy that we can depend on. He makes, for the most part, really good decisions, and he's becoming a leader on our team. And that's not something initially we anointed him, but because of his play and his consistency, that's what's happening. And when those kinds of things happen for players, I find that really exciting, and I'm proud of him for that. Haney and Tracy are both going to be really good young guards. I mean, Haney has no fear driving to the basket. Maybe one time there, I wish he had a little more fear. But overall, you can't go wrong when he's in attack mode. He's going to be a terrific player. And Tracy, again, at the end of the game, you felt good with the ball in his hands, and he kept his feet. He made good decisions, and but it was a total team win. It was a total. You don't beat a top 20 team, a team that's going to be in the NCAA tournament unless you get contributions from across the board, which we did tonight.
How has this high for your team felt different than ones in the past?
This high, we feel great about the win. I mean, there's a lot of, and there's been different times of the year where we've had great wins. I mean, we've beaten some really good teams. We met some serious adversity tonight. I mean, we had to win that game about 3 times. So it feels like we won 3. We're going to petition the Big East to see if we can get 3 for 1. No dice?
No dice.
Damn. Shoot. It feels good. And the thing that'll make it feel even better if we respond and grow from it. I told our guys, enjoy it tonight. You wake up tomorrow morning, it's a new day, and you got to get ready for Creighton, who's really, really good, well coached, and the kid Watson's playing the point guard position as well as anyone in our conference.
On Hanif's shot there at the end of the first overtime, did he not know the shot clock was off, or was he just going for the dagger there?
I think he lost his mind for a second. But that kid's a hell of a player. I think he just got caught up in the emotion of the game. And, he'll learn. It won't ever happen again.
I think the last time you played Providence, there was 2 offensive rebounds, and I know you commented that it was by design because you were worried about Dunn's transition game that you got back on defense. Tonight you had 19 offensive rebounds, resulting in 23 points. Was that by design, or were you guys just really attacking the offensive glass?
Yeah. A couple weeks ago, as we're learning our team, we've had a hard time scoring at times, and we've tried to make a bigger emphasis on going to the boards. I don't know how good an offensive rebounding team will be overall, but if we can get 2 or 3 points or 2 or 3 baskets on second shots, that can be the difference between winning and losing. And certainly our guys attacked the offensive boards great tonight.
You see Ben Bentel just basically making everything that he's putting up. What are you telling them down the stretch when you see that these 3-pointers are coming and you're calling the timeouts, what are you telling them in the huddle?
That number double zeros, one of the best players in the United States, don't leave him open. And if you happen to leave him open, don't foul him while he's shooting a three-point shot. He's a great player. He's a great player. And what he's done from one year to the next should be an example to all college kids. I mean, his improvement from last year to this year is amazing. I mean, he's a heck of a player, and he's a heck of a player.
Steve, you mentioned you guys didn't wilt. Had a couple of chances. What do you say about their ability to stay with it and win it in the second extra session when it easily could have been, well, we came close, we played well, but we didn't get it done?
Well, I thought our kids showed really good character. That's one of the things that we talked about in the locker room is our guys have shown over the course of the season character. You know, we've been in tough positions. We've had our backs against the wall, and for the most part, we've come out swinging. And I think my guys have character. They don't always know what to do on the court, but I think they have character, and I think they have the desire to do well. We just I have to help them better and put them in better positions to where that character is always shown in a positive light. But my kids have character.
Coach, the first half, the zone had some down moments. You know, what adjustments did you make over the final 30 minutes to make it so that the zone was more effective?
We played harder. I didn't think we played it hard. You know, look, you play man zone 1-3-1. You know, amoeba defense. If you're going to play it at 75% speed, you're going to get torched. If you're going to play whatever defense you play as hard as you possibly can, you got a better chance of getting stops. We played our zone at a much higher level of intensity and effort in the second half. As a result, we made it harder on them to score.
Henry, can you just talk about maybe the progress this team is here, the maturity? You don't win in regulation, you don't win in overtime, but that doesn't crush you guys, and you are able to pull it out in the extra session, second extra session.
Yeah, so, obviously we felt like we had that game at the end 2 times before we actually won it. And so going into regulation, guys hit shots for Providence, going into the end of the first overtime. They made a play, and so it's just a matter of just sticking with it. We're playing desperate basketball right now. We just want it more than ever, and so, I just showed the will of the team tonight.
Henry, you shot pretty well from mid-range today. Do you think you're getting better at creating space for yourself?
Yeah, just feeling out the game and just being able to create space for me off pick and rolls and find the soft spot off of it.
Talk about the matchup down low with you and Bentel. You kind of handled him down in the low post at least.
Yeah, no, Bentel is a great player. Had a heck of a night tonight. He was hitting threes like crazy there the second half and then the OT, and so much props to him. And so that was a good matchup tonight. And the Providence team, all those guys played well.
Were you surprised by all those threes from him?
He was on fire. There's no doubt about it.
What does a win like this do for you guys going forward?
It depends on how we build off it. We've had big wins before in this conference, and so it's a matter of bringing it to the next game against Creighton.